So to kick off the greatest hits apologies, we have to go back to 2016. They're more contemporary. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have been in the news more recently about their, divorce, their breakup, and their the court case and the shitting the bed and all that type of sensational stuff. But before that, they were in the news for bringing their toy poodle dogs or whatever the fuck, Amber Heard's dogs, to Australia, right? So then Australia caught them because paparazzi caught them, with their dogs there. And
also, snitches get stitches. What the fuck?
I know.
Who cares?
Dude, Australia's suddenly worried about rules and regulations. But let's hear just sort of like the setup of this. This is an Australian official that is taking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard to task over them bringing their dogs into the country without the proper paperwork.
Comes to the next issue, which is a gentleman by the name of John Christopher Depp, 51 years old, otherwise aka Jack Sparrow, and he's decided to bring to our nation 2 dogs without actually getting the proper certification and the proper permits required. Basically looks like he snuck them in. We found out he snuck them in because we saw them taking it to a poodle groomer. Now, Mr. Depp has to either take his dogs back to California or we're going to have to euthanize them.
So it's also the stupidest way to get caught, like with your dogs in the country. We just saw you just parading them around to a poodle groomer.
Right. Because we were trying to get away with something.
Well, they weren't trying to get away with that. I mean,
they didn't give a shit like any normal person would.
Well, he probably had a new assistant that didn't know that they were supposed to. This is like white people problems. Like, sorry, officer, I didn't know I was breaking the law.
Right. Like, who's Margot Robbie? Is she Australian? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, she brought her dogs to the U.S. to shoot a movie. Did anyone give a shit? No. Did she get the right paperwork? Who knows? Right. Who gives a fuck?
Right, because Margot Robbie's hot as hell.
Right. She can do whatever she wants.
Get away with murder.
Right. So can Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. What the fuck, Australia? Go eat a dick.
Margot Robbie can show up here and kick me in the balls and not go to prison. Right. So, all right. So the Australian government made Johnny Depp and Amber Heard issue a public apology about this, and it's maybe the laziest 30 seconds of audio where they look like that somebody's standing there holding a shotgun at them behind the camera.
Right.
They look terrified.
It looks like ISIS is about to chop their head off with a fucking
Australian ISIS.
Australian ISIS is holding them hostage.
That's
obviously this is audio, but go look at the video. It's hilarious.
That's not a beheading machete. This is a beheading machete.
Yeah.
Australia is a wonderful island with a treasure trove of unique plants, animals, and people.
Yeah, it's also a country that was founded as a prison planet. It's fucking Escape from New York there.
Has to be protected.
Australia is free of many pests and diseases that are commonplace around the world. That is why Australia has to have such strong biosecurity laws.
Yeah, it's also full of fucking 12-legged spiders and, kangaroos that will beat the shit out of you. What has to be protected there? Like, these 2 dogs are going to... we all saw the Simpsons episode, right? Where the fucking bullfrog shows up and breeds all over the country, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they think is going to happen? All of a sudden...
You're damn right, though. It's just like their biggest claim to fame that they always fucking jizz everywhere is... The spiders will kill you. Don't touch this. Like, the marshmallows will kill you. It's Australia. Everything is deadly. But if you bring a fucking teacup poodle in there, it's a fucking national disgrace.
Yeah, it's a fucking freak show there.
And they lean into it like gun violence in America, too. It's just like, ooh, there's a black widow around every corner, and every 4-year-old's carrying a 9mm in, New York City.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not...
My wife went to Australia once. If she could see great white sharks circling the fucking hotel from her hotel room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know she loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we're not here to shit on Australia. Australia's great.
No, I'm dying to go to Australia, but I'm just saying, stop saying that. that a fucking teacup poodle is going to ruin your
stop being a little
ecosystem.
bitch about the dogs.
Yeah. Fucking,
Don't you know all about dingoes? A dingo, it's all about dingoes. So if there's a new kind of dingo, who gives a fuck?
I know.
A dingo fucked a poodle. I'm sure Johnny Depp will buy that one too.
right, just let the Prime Minister of Australia's dog fight Johnny Depp's dog and call it a day.
Right.
And Australians are just as unique, both warm and direct. When you disrespect Australian law, they will tell you firmly.
they told me warm and directly that I had to make this public apology. I wouldn't be allowed to leave the country.
What was really like? I would have pay $1 million instead of doing this. Like, this is just fucking embarrassing. Like,
That's a good
without
point.
having to be like, oh, they're warm, and they'll tell you direct. Like, now I have to tell me how great the people of Australia are because you brought a dog there. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand what is happening.
Yeah, what is Johnny Depp's box office take for what's the last piece of shit that he made? Fucking whatever.
Jesus, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, the Rum Diaries. What was the take home? That's where these two met, right? What was the take home from Australia on the box office of the Rum Diaries? So worth it.
I'm truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Pistol and Boo.
I'm Team Pistol and Boo.
Just take a pistol to Boo and be done with it.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
Yeah.
That's the laziest.
Yeah.
Declare
Do you have anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to Australia.
He's about to pass out there. He immediately fell over after he said, declare everything. He fucking just fell out of his chair in a fucking drunken wine stupor.
Right. Johnny Depp fully doesn't care about what happened. And he went on Jimmy Kimmel Live and said as much.
Dogs we were under the impression that we had all the paperwork done for the dogs. We were there with the dogs in front of everybody. There might have been other things smuggled.
I'm not only smuggling dogs, I'm also smuggling drugs. I don't know why they're arresting me for this. They should be arresting me for a far more heinous crime.
Yeah. Also, he alludes to it right there. We were under the impression this was taken care of. Johnny Depp is not filing the correct paperwork
Exactly.
to bring dogs into Australia. It's not Amber Heard's fault, or it's not her job or Johnny Depp's job to make sure that this is taken care of. They have people for that. They have people to smuggle their dogs in. They have people to smuggle their drugs in.
Yeah.
They have people to shoot those drugs up their asses if they so choose.
Right.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And they smuggled that guy in too.
Yeah.
So fucking, what are we talking about?
You know his manager got fired. Whoever his tour manager or the production,
Right.
whoever his assistant was on this, somebody lost their fucking job. And it was all because Pistol and Boo were fucking having a grand old time.
Because somebody got boofed with coke and forgot to get the paperwork.
But also, all right, Joe, everybody needs to pay careful attention to what a terrible public speaker Johnny Depp is when he doesn't have lines written for him. The guy can't fucking articulate a sentence to save his life.
He did stumble over that last one. For sure.
Dude, he stumbles all over this. This is an appearance on a popular talk show, and if this guy, wasn't a famous movie star, he would probably be committed because he's fucking brain dead.
Well, there, this sort of like weird, sweaty, painted gut man.
Yeah.
Who decided that two 5-6 inch teacup Yorkshire Terriers would harm the country in some way. He's got a point.
Johnny Depp is just like an overprivileged celebrity that he doesn't realize that he just thinks he can get away with everything.
Yeah.
And that this is the whatever, the government official guy that we heard from earlier saying as
So
much.
the good guy.
The hero of the story. This is him telling Johnny Depp that just because you're famous doesn't mean you can do whatever the fuck
This
you
guy's
want.
speaking truth to power. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I say that all the time. It's my most favorite saying.
There is a process if you want to bring animals in. You get the permits, they go into quarantine, and then you can have them. But if we start letting movie stars, even though they've been the sexiest man alive twice, to come into our nation, then why don't we just break the laws for everybody? So it's time that Pistol and Boo buggered off back to the United States. And after that, I don't expect to be invited to the opening of Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, what did one thing have to do with another? That I had been voted some kind of thing.
Yeah, he's saying that just because you think that you're hot shit, because you got voted sexiest man alive, that you think you can do whatever you want with your fucking dogs in Australia.
I don't. That's a choice that man is making to reference the looks of another man.
You're gay for bringing that up.
Yeah, yeah. Like, why are you bringing up that? Yeah, and if you are gay, okay, I still wouldn't bring it up in like any type of professional setting.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean, whatever.
He's trying to be
clearly sensationalizing.
He's trying to be funny at a press conference, I think,
but coming off like super gay. I mean. I can say Johnny Depp's a good-looking guy. That's fine. I wouldn't go on some media tour and talk about how he's, the sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
You could have just been like, box office this, been famous for years, 21 Jump Street, Jack Sparrow. You can say anything. Instead, you're like, he's so sexy.
But so he committed one crime that was maybe no big deal. He said that he committed another crime that's probably a bigger deal, and now here he says he's going to commit another one that's probably an even bigger deal.
Funny, except for your wife actually is like they threatened to put her in jail. Isn't that true?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean they do all that kind of stuff. If they did that, I'd just fly to Australia and assault that man.
Yeah.
He's getting Ozzy. It's Ozzy-ish.
Yeah.
He sounds like Ozzy.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I only just, like, right now, I'm just like, oh, he fucking sounds like Ozzy.
He's 15 years away
He's
from
like
having his own MTV reality show.
And it'll be the greatest. I'm becoming a fan. Like, I mean,
movies aside, the new court case made me an even bigger fan of Johnny Depp. He brought us such hits as this.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah.
So, in conclusion, this whole bullshit, the whole thing with the dogs, the whole divorce case, to wrap this all up and put a bow on it, Amber Heard, in the year 2022, is still in litigation.
A spokesperson at the Australian Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment tells ET they're investigating allegations of perjury by the actress during court proceedings for the 2015 illegal importation of her 2 dogs into the country. Perjury is, of course, lying under oath.
okay.
Yeah, right. So Amber Heard's just fucking lost everything, and Johnny Depp's just like, fuck you! And she's still like, she just can't go back to Australia. Basically, I think that's her end game. She's just like, I guess I don't do anything in Australia anymore. Case closed.
Yeah. No apology.
In the end, I still like Johnny Depp, and I still like Amber Heard. Amber Heard is, if she can shit the bed all she wants, and I would not kick her out of it.